Привет всех, дорогие друзья. Надеюсь, Hellblade еще никому не надоел, так как мне он не надоел. Его надо пройти. Это очень важно. Игры надо допроходить. Кстати, годный музон. Мне нравится. Так, совсем скоро я появлюсь. Главное, совсем чуть-чуть подождите. И уже буквально совсем скоро вы меня увидите. Собственно, вот он и я. Здорово всем марсианам. В общем-то, блин, да. Короче, купил новый геймпад. Поэтому, если что-то будет не так, не засудьте. Надо допройти. Что? Да ну не. Ты шо? Ляхи мои, я не поменял кое-какие параметры. Хотя вот сейчас мы их и поменяем. Так, все, да, есть. Ну все работает. Только хромакей немножко подводит. Так, один момент. Так, короче, не буду сдерживать. Вот, все. Да, поехали. Так, тогда я помню, на чем мы, собственно, остановились. Сейчас, подождите. Нет, тут вообще графика насколько стоит на высокую. Давайте, наверное, поставим на... Блин, я забыл включить одну прогу, дабы у вас был более высокая кадровая частота. Так. Ну где ты, давай. Прошу простить меня. Так, хорошо. Мы, наверное, туда направимся. Мне так кажется. На свет, ну, по крайней мере, как мы полагаем, не били. Вон там. Тише. О, куда он смылся? Так нечестно.
There he was, the lone figure. flicker of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him.
Вон, да.
To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Так, наверное, надо сюда. Блин, я забыл, как драться. Надо будет сразу посмотреть здесь. Так, быстрый удар, тяжелый удар, рукопашная атака, блок и уклониться. Так, ясно.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund.
Sigmund?
His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Ясно. Так, нам в эту сторону. Тут есть только какие-то остовы кораблей. Так, а тут у нас что? Больше в таких заколках как раз таки идет вот эти вот рассказы. Не то, что не совсем я понимаю, на самом деле, кто это рассказывает. Но мне почему-то кажется, что это Гиллиан. Потому как он же начал нам рассказывать еще до того, как мы вообще это увидели Дорута, встретились. Да, тут просто другой путь. А, нет, вот смотрите. Вообще, как вы видите, то есть тут два красных знака посреди белых. Это значит, что я где-то два вот таких вот как раз таки не встретил во время первого босса.
But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess.
Это уже, наверное, в следующем, да, будет? Ну да. Мне кажется, что мы туда потом пойдем. Так, тут нельзя, тут камешки. Ясненько. Ну тогда идемте вперед.
Day after day, watching from far, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart.
То есть ей вообще странно то, что ее сыновья умерли? А он просто убил своих племянников, да? Интересненько, конечно. Все же интересно, кто это? Блин, на самом деле хочу удовлетворить свое любопытство. Кадров всего лишь 19, но... Ну, не то, чтобы что прям все много чего изменилось. Так, один момент. Блин, мне почему-то это, ну как сцена помнила We Happy Few. Я знаю то, что там, конечно, совершенно все по-другому. Но, блин. Все. Классно, конечно, сейчас именно. Что-то мне подскажет, что это долго продолжаться не будет.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm David.
Блин, немного странная
For the
сцена.
warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring
Кстати,
your
да,
sword.
где ее меч?
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there?
Так, вот еще один.
This mountain. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
Нет.
You met him by the tree.
Может быть, запугался, может и нет, но она не активируется. Он должен подсвечиваться.
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Так, сейчас мы подойдем к делу, подождите. Давайте сначала еще здесь посмотрим. Так, что-то мне подскажет, что это вообще движение вообще дальше. Так, тут, наверное, тоже это совершенно другое. Да уж. Вон там я его вроде видел. Что-то мне подскажет, что здесь у нас будет ждать задание какого-то нового типа. Так, вроде как кадры не позволяют поставить на высокую. Да, 30 кадров все равно.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Думаю, до босса осталось не шибко много. Следующего. Учитывая, сколько... Да тут наверняка... Что-то... Какое-то новое задание будет. Раз... Это, наверное, 4 одинаковые штуки. 4-й, да? Ну да. Хотя, может быть, 3-й, ну ладно.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Мне интересно все-таки, кто это говорит. Но мне кажется, что это Диллиан. Диллиан. На их 4. Но теперь можно и в дерево, да.
happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need the sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Тут было 4 испытания, да?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong.
Ух ты.
Where are we now?
Могильный курган.
Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary. Inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death. Because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why would Dillian do this? Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not safe here. Why would he do so?
Подождите, сейчас.
Bring her here. Dillian would never do that. He would never risk her life. He cares about her too.
Нет, тут никуда нельзя, поэтому только внутрь.
It's not Dillian. He loves her. Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there?
Что-то мне здесь не нравится. Да блин, вообще ничего все равно не видно.
Lillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally. You found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go?
Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you? You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find him.
Так, что тут это?
Just there. How could you lose him? How could you lose him? How could you find him?
Ясно. Ну-ка, это поджечь можно? Да, смотрите. Так, нет, сюда мы пошли. Так, там мы зажгли, значит, надо туда.
I'll find him.
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing.
Хорошо.
Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian.
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has
Так, тут что-то
I can hear him.
интересное. Ух ты, последний?
Senua,
Нет,
it
тоже
reminds me of a
следующий.
story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Так, значит, нам туда.
The
По
voice
всей
is
видимости.
getting louder. Listen.
Dillian. Listen, listen,
Да,
listen.
они,
It's him. Listen.
они тоже так говорят.
It's getting louder.
There he is.
You're getting closer.
Так, хорошо.
Senua, follow the voice.
Так, сюда пойдем.
Dillian's voice.
It's him.
Бежать я тут не могу.
Find the voice.
Find him.
Так, а это можно поджечь? Нет. Он там.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way.
Think. Focus.
Так, стоп.
Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again.
Think clearly. You have to find another way. There has to be another
Они мне
way.
не мешают. Не туда. Так, он где-то рядом.
It's not him. It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Сколько ж тут разных ходов, интересно.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian
What's
anymore.
happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
It's not Dillian.
Так.
Like Dillian.
What's in there?
What's in there?
What is it?
A secret room. That voice. It's not Dillian.
Ну да.
Find a way.
There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop.
What's in there?
You don't recognize it.
Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it.
She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. Keep it.
She doesn't.
Listen for his voice.
Мы уже везде были.
Where are you? For his voice.
Dillian. She can't hear it.
Does everything look the same?
It all looks the same.
Something's different. Look for clues.
What is it?
What's different?
There's a clue.
Light the torch.
Light it.
Look for the torch. Light it.
Он там.
What do you see?
Так, нигде скрытых проходов вроде нету. Нам туда. Я не успеваю за ним.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Надо туда. Странно то, что тот факел был зажжен, но при этом знак был, скажем так, не активирован. Так, тут есть только один путь назад. Хорошо, нам надо, значит, туда. Есть вариант пройти отсюда. Тут тоже решетка. Ну, значит, только отсюда. Значит, пока идем назад. Потом при первой же возможности налево. Нам сюда. Так, мы снова пошли. Какие-то корешки. Но это не туда. Так, проседать немножко. Ну, чуть-чуть лучше, конечно.